To kick off this evening, I would like to read to you a short selection from a book that I wrote. It's called Turtleface and Beyond. It's a book of short stories. It's 12 stories. They're all told by the same narrator, a young man named Georgie. And I'm just going to read a few pages from the first story, which is called Turtleface. And the only thing you need to know is that Georgie and his friends are on a canoe trip, and it's on a river, and Georgie's friend Otto has climbed up a sandy cliff and told them all that he's going to run down the cliff and dive into the river. Otto reached a point on the cliff where he could climb no higher. The terrain above him was too steep. He was perhaps 100 feet above the river now, clinging to exposed tree roots for support. Clods of dirt tumbled down the slope and bounced into the water in front of us. "Do it!" shouted Tom. He threw a half-full can of beer toward the cliff where it landed without a sound in the sand. "Are you going to pick that up?" asked Maria. "Nope," said Tom. "I'll pick it up," I said. I paddled my canoe back toward the cliff. "Are you ready?" shouted Otto. "Yes!" I shouted back. "Where should I dive?" shouted Otto. I could see that Otto was having second thoughts, but the cliff shot straight into the river and the water below it was dark and deep. It all seemed fine to me. "Go to my left," I shouted back, pointing to a general area. "My steps are going to be so long, man," shouted Otto. "Watch this." Otto gave a half-hearted whoop and leaped into the air. He took one huge stride and then another. He was right about those long steps. He covered a tremendous amount of ground with each leap. Such was the pitch of the terrain. The sun shone down and sand kicked up behind him, creating an impressive, superhuman image. Sheila clicked away with her camera and said, "Oh, wow." Maria nodded appreciatively. Admiration and envy swelled within me. I should have come up with this, I thought. Or at least climbed up there and done it with him, a tandem performance. We could have shared in the glory. The woman would have rubbed our backs around the campfire that night while recounting our heroics. Otto's body pitched forward as he neared the river's edge. He was losing control, legs scrambling, barely able to keep up with his downhill momentum. "Ah!" he cried. He dove forward, flying out into the water, and hit the surface with a smack. "Ouch," I thought. "Whoa, fuck," said Tom, slapping his knee with his hand. "Damn." The women were silent, unsure whether to laugh or be concerned. I moved closer to where Otto had landed. His body floated up in an awkward manner, face down, arms splayed out from his sides. "Turn over, Otto," I said out loud. Maria yelled at me, "Get him, Georgie." I swam out and flipped Otto's body over. His nose was smashed. Something was wrong with his lip, too. Otto took a huge gasp of air. He was alive, a good sign. I recall thinking, "Oh, this isn't too bad." "He's okay," I called to the others. "He's all right." "No, he's not," said Sheila. Blood began to spill from Otto's nose and mouth. Sheila was right. I had been too optimistic. He wasn't okay at all. Where was this blood coming from? What was wrong with his face? It was punched in. Jesus, how did that happen? It was just water. We hoisted Otto on board Sheila and Maria's canoe. Tom got out begrudgingly to make room in the center. He stood next to me in the river while Maria, the nurse, attended to Otto's face. Sheila kept saying, "Oh, Lord, oh, my Lord." Tom opened a new beer, and together we scanned the water where Otto had landed, looking for the rock or tree limb that must have caused the damage. Eventually, Tom said, "There's your culprit." He pointed to a dim, submerged object spinning in the current below the surface. "What is it?" I asked. We watched for a moment as the object rose up, wiggled a bit, and then sank down. "It's a turtle," said Tom, almost chuckling. "He hit a fucking turtle." "Oh, God," I said. I'll stop there.